Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now before we get into today's video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours, and make sure you are following us on Twitter and Instagram for all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now yesterday saw the conclusion of the semi-finals at this summer's European Championships. It was Germany versus France. Booking a place at Wembley was at stake, and obviously we'll talk about the first semi-final on Tuesday between England and Sweden after this. But France versus Germany, it was a game that for me I didn't know how it was going to go, because Germany had been a fantastic side all tournament, going into the game they had yet to concede a single goal, whilst France, they have looked at times a really good team and they looked like they could win it, but other times, especially in the quarter-final tie against the Netherlands, they just didn't look as clinical as they could be. The first 40 minutes of that game was definitely two strong defensive sides, both defences having very good times, and it looked very strong for them, and it was going to be very hard to find a way to score. I thought it was going to be a game that went all the way to extra time, if not penalties. However, a brilliant ball in by Svenja Goed put it right into the perfect spot for a striker to go to the ball, and it was Alexandra Popp with her 5th goal of the tournament to give Germany the lead just before half-time. However, Germany didn't go into half-time 1-0 after a brilliant shot from Kadiadiatu Diani hit off the post and hit off Germany keeper Merle Froms and went into the net to make it 1-1 at the break. And then much of the second half was really similar to the first half, in terms of both teams just not being able to find a way to break down each other's defensive and get another goal past either goalkeeper. Again, as the second half wore on, I was thinking this is going to go to extra time. It seemed to die down a bit during the second half, and there was chances aplenty for both sides. However, neither team looked like they were going to score. And then again, a brilliant ball from Svenja Goed, and Alex Popp was there to give Germany the lead 2-1, again with a lovely header this time for Popp, as she tied level with Beth Mead as top goal scorer at this tournament. And those 2 goals for Germany were their 100th and 101st goal in UEFA European Championship history, a feat that no other team has yet been able to reach. So it's absolutely fantastic to see Germany do this, and it is absolutely brilliant tournament for them, and they really do look like they're going to be such a threat for England on Sunday. But a special mention, as well as Alex Popp playing phenomenally and looking phenomenal in her first tournament, has to go to Lena Oberdorf. What a tournament she is having for Germany, and especially that quarter-final game. She was everywhere you could possibly think, and it really is like, she's such a talented midfielder, and obviously Wolfsburg tied her down to her contract earlier on this summer, keeping her there until 2025, but she put in a phenomenal performance. And now to look at Tuesday night's semi-final. In the first 25 minutes between England and Sweden, it looked like Sweden had the upper hand advantage and looked like they could potentially cause the upset and annoy the home fans and go through. However, England scored. Ball in from Lucy Bronze, found Beth Mead, who took a lovely first touch, and then on the swivel fired it past Hedvig Lindahl, and then Beth Mead turned provider for Lucy Bronze as she got on a header with a lovely shot to put England 2-0 up early on in the second half. And then possibly the goal of the tournament from Alessia Russo with a lovely shot. Her initial shot from, I believe it was a Frank Kirby pass, hit straight at Lindahl, but it came back out to Russo, who managed to take the ball away from the goal, and then a lovely back heel goal from Russo. It went past the side of Fiona Anderson and then nutmegged Hedvig Lindahl to give England a much needed 3-0 lead. And then the last 20 minutes or so of that game, it was ease, control, and England really looked like they were going to run away with it, and then on the 76th minute Fran Kirby got her goal with a lovely chip over Lindahl, and at that point Sweden were completely deflated, and it was hard for them to try and get even a consolation goal because Mary Earps made some fantastic saves throughout the tournament, and especially in that game for England. And yeah, England heading through to a championship final for the first time since 2009 against the most successful team in European Championship history, and it goes down on Sunday. But make sure you subscribe to the channel because we will have a final preview out later on this week to look at this final on Sunday at Wembley between England and Germany. But until then, make sure you like and subscribe with the post notification bell turned on so you never miss a video of ours, and that you are following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. And until next time, we'll see you soon.